Hey everyone, it's Mr. H here. I'm just going to go through how to use a TI-84 to graph trig functions. The first thing you want to do is make sure you are in the right mode, which is radian mode. So I'm just going to click on mode and then, oops, I'm in degrees. So I'm going to go down and hit enter on radians. And then I'm going to quit out of that. So I could just hit second, quit. And now I'm back to my main screen here. To enter in a function, click the y equals button. So I'm going to click my y equals button. And then I'm just going to type in a function. So let's just do a standard sine x. So there's sine, and then use this as your variable. And then I'll put in the x. And you can make it look look pretty by closing the parentheses. Okay, so I got my function in there. Next, I'm going to just hit graph and see what happens. So I click on graph and there it is. If you like how that looks, woohoo, it looks like we've got quite a few cycles there. You can change your window. A nice feature to use in Trig class, if you click on zoom, there is a zoom trig. So I could just click 7. And then typically what that does is it'll zoom in nicely for a trig range and domain. So this one now just has a perfect 2 cycles. Okay. If you wanted to customize your window to see exactly what it looks like from certain X values, you can just click on window and I can just type in whatever I want. So maybe I just want one cycle, which is from 0 to 2 pi. So I could just put 2 and then click my pi button second that key, right? And then there's a y min, y max. The x scaling, that's just, how your x-axis will be scaled, right? Same with the y. So those typically don't do a whole lot. And then let's just graph that and see what it did, right? Now I got a nice sine wave, just one cycle. Maybe you think there's the y-axis, I don't need all that. You can change that around, by that window. Maybe just change those to 2s. So I'll put in -2 as the minimum and +2 and graph it. And that looks pretty good. Okay, how about we'll do a different one with some features, or maybe we'll try one from the homework and see how that looks. So let me bring up a homework problem. I'm going to go to 6.3 and let's try something like number 15. There it is. We want to graph the function over a 2-period interval. So first, let's find the period. Period, remember, is 2 pi over b. So that's 2 pi divided by 4 pi, which reduces to a half. The pi's cancel and you just get a half. So I just put 1 divided by 2 and then check that answer. All right, cool. What's the amplitude? It's just that number out front. Don't put the negative. It's 3. Come on, you can do it. Good job. Okay. And then now we want the graph. Okay, so it looks like they're giving me a graph, right, of 2 cycles, a 2-period interval. And now I know my period is a half and I want to graph this function. I could, if I'm not sure which one it looks like, maybe I could use my graphing calculator to help me out a little bit here. Use this feature in your window. Let's experiment with this a little bit. So -3 cosine 4 pi x. Let's go back to the graphing calculator. I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to type that in, -3 cosine 4 pi x. Okay. When you put in that negative, don't forget, use the negative button, not the minus, so it doesn't give you an error. All right. And let's just graph it and see what we've got. Whoa, that's a little crazy. That's not the right window that I want. Maybe zoom trig. Let's try zoom 7 because that's quick. Well, I don't like that either, right? So my zoom trig failed me. So now I'm gonna go to my window. And remember what the period was? It was 1/2. So I'm gonna do my minimum at -1/2 and my maximum at +1/2. That would be 2 periods, right? On the negative side and the positive side. And then for my minimums, that looks pretty good, -4 to 4, because the amplitude was 3, so that should fit it. Okay, now let's graph it, and that looks a lot better. And now I can compare that to what I see as my choices, and hopefully we'll get the right answer, right? So let's go back and check it out. Whoa, where to go? Things hiding somewhere. I gotta find it on my desktop. There you are. Okay, so I can maybe bring that up, over, compare these out, right? So it's that cycle. I mean, it's either going to be this one, or this one, right? And I mean, oftentimes these are too hard to see. I'll zoom in on them, right? All of them are between -1/2 and 1/2. At least those two are, right? I see the -1/2, 1/2. This one is not. That's like, let's zoom that one in. What's that one? -8 pi squared. That's a little crazy. That can't be it. Right? So I'm down to these two. So which one has the correct amplitude? I'm looking for a 3. So this one has an amplitude of 1, right? Because that's 2 right there. So that's not it. This one has an amplitude of 3. Yeah, halfway to 6, which would be 3. So if this one's looking good, I'll select that one, check it, and woohoo, we got it. Okay. So, you can play around with that graphing calculator. That's just some quick little tutorial that hopefully will help you get started with it. And of course, you'll run into some issues. Your calculator is not working and it's giving you error. Just let me know. I can help you out. And just send questions my way. Okay. Hope homework is going well. Let me know if you need any help. Talk to you later.